Hey guys, this is Romaric from Qovery. I just want to show you how you can combine Neon Postgres serverless solutions with Qovery to spin up a new Postgres instances inside your environment. And I've already prepared everything. We'll not get through all the details of the setups because we made an article getting you through all the steps. So a step-by-step guide where you can just see all the different actions that you have to do just to get that Postgres instance. But basically, it's just a very simple script that is consuming the Neon API that is executed to create a new serverless instance from Neon. Okay. And inside this environment, discovery environment, what I have a to-do application that is connected to the Neon instance. So I can see exactly what my application looks like. So it's a to-do, very simple to-do application, and you can see that I have a few data that are already inserted. Okay, so play with Neon and Qovery. So I can add a new one. So let's say, hey, record live demo with Neon. So for instance, yes, I'm doing it. So we have the data that is inserted inside our Neon Postgres instance. And what I want to show you, because that's the most interesting part, is that you can spin up, so you can create and clone that environment with Qovery in just one click. So you can click there, clone that environment, live demo with Neon 1, okay? And what will happen is that it's really like the key point of using Neon is that here what will happen is that with this script we'll create what we call a branch from the original environment, from the blueprint environment, and we'll get access to the data from the other environment, but the change that will operate inside this environment will be completely isolated. So if you're familiar with the copy on write stuff, it's basically all the changes that we are going to make into that environment will only be reflected into the Postgres instance from that environment and not the other one. And when we'll delete that environment, only the instance that is linked to that environment from Neon will be deleted. The data from the other environment will not be touched. So that's what we are going to see just in a few moments. So my application, if I look at the Neon Postgres application, it has been built. So the script has been built, and then we'll start to see that the execution of that script will happen. And what we'll do is that we'll get to the Neon console. So here, what you can see is that we have our blueprint branch that is existing and running. And now we have a new branch that is created. So it's the live demo with Neon 1 that has been created. And you see, so this branch is the child from the parent that is the blueprint 1. And the data that you have access from that branch is the same from the parent, but all the modifications that you make on that branch will only happen on that branch. So that's really like the beauty, and it's very useful for our users, especially the ones that are using duplicating environments and preview environments, because if they want to test like the features that they are working on an existing data set, then they can just get access to those data without the risk of altering the data from the original branch. And that's super powerful. So here, if I want to list the data from the live demo with Neon 1, I can just execute that request on that branch, and we'll see that we have exactly the same data as the one from the other branch. So what we'll do is that I will go back to my applications, so on Qovery. So now my branch is correctly created on Neon, and what I want to see is my applications being deployed, so the to-do application being deployed with that and connected to that Neon Postgres. And what we'll do is that we'll just create new tasks into my to-do list, and we'll compare this environment with the other environment. You will see that this environment will have like exactly the same data as the other environment, okay? but we'll add new data, and those data will only be limited to that environment and not be reflected into the other environment. Okay, so here I'm just waiting for my application being ready. So it's still in deployment, so it takes some time because it's built. Now it's in deployment state. Okay, so we can see it's Quarkus application, so it's starting now. Yes, you see fully started in 15 seconds. So normally what we see is a green light saying that we're good to go and we can open the link. So just let's wait a few seconds. I'm pretty sure we're good, but let's wait for the green light. Oh yes, it's good. Okay, so I can open up this link and we can see that this application now has exactly the same data. Okay, so I'm going to add so even like click on record live demo with Neon, so it's checked here, and add like a new item. So let's say, hey, this is an item only for the clone environment. Okay, so it has been created, and if I open the other to-do app from the other environment, you will see that we not have access to that data because it's only limited to the other data. You see? So I've checked from the other applications the record live demo with Neon. Here it's not checked, and I've added another item and it's not added. And if we go back to so Neon, you can see that if we re-execute that request, we'll see the data. Okay, hey, this is an item only for the clone environment. Okay, but if I switch back to the blueprint one, we'll only have access to the old data. So that's the way it works. It's pretty convenient, especially when you duplicate environments, so you can get instantly access to the data from another environment without impacting that environment. That's very powerful. I'm so excited by this feature. To be honest, it's something that we want to push as much as possible to all our users because it makes so much sense, especially for the ones using all of that. And the good thing is that obviously, okay, if you delete so that environment, so let's say I want to delete that environment, what will happen is that obviously it will just drop down the Neon compute instance, so the branch from that environment. So what we'll see in a few seconds is that this branch will just basically disappear. So yeah, let's just wait a few seconds. Okay, so it's deleting, you can see. And we can see, I can even show you what looks like the integration. So it's done via what we call a lifecycle job, and we have two scripts. We have the create branch.sh that is executed at the creation of this service, this branch. So that's the one that is executed, and basically it's just running a Neon command branch create with the name of the environment that is sanitized. Then we can pass the job output, so the environment variables that we get from Neon, we want to pass them to like the other service. Then from that, the to-do app can just know what's the URL, what's the host, the port, and all the different credentials to connect to that database. So it's something that is provided by Qovery. So just you have to write into a specific file, Qovery output JSON. Then from that, Qovery automatically, so if I switch back, because this environment has just disappeared, you will get access to those environment variables directly from the interface that are injected, and they are passed to the to-do applications. Then from that, the applications can just connect, and once it's done and you delete the environment or the service, then the script that is executed is just the delete branch, and is doing exactly the same, executing a command from Neon to just delete that branch, basically, you see. And here we have only so the other environment has been deleted, okay? And if I switch back to Neon, we can see that we have no longer access to the other branch. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any question, just feel free to drop down your question. And if you consider using Neon with Qovery, just let me know. That would be great to know. And I wish you a good day. Bye.